Hi, my name is Eden Ryan, and I just wanted to talk to you today about some dispositions that make an educator. So, the dispositions that I possess that make me a successful teacher are high expectations. I believe that all of my students can learn regardless of their ability level. I meet my students where they're at, regardless of their ability, and recognize that growth looks differently for all of my students. I think that I'm fair. I take great joy in the relationships that I have with all of my students. Each relationship is valuable and it looks differently for each of them. Through that rapport, I can build that and I have a better understanding of my students and their learning styles. I can set them up for success through that understanding that I have. I really recognize them as individuals and then recognize what their interests are and how best to reach them academically and behaviorally. I think that I uphold professional conduct. I do this by meeting deadlines that I have. I present myself appropriately. I hold myself accountable in my performance. Those difficult conversations that I have with my colleagues and even my paraprofessionals. I also have a daily communication log that is sent home with my students every day so that the parents are aware of how their day was, what we worked on, and what they accomplished. I also show compassion through the reports that I have with my students. I can show them that genuine care and concern for them as individuals. I take the time to show interest in their lives beyond the classroom and to know who they really are just beyond their academics. I think that this ties in with advocacy. Not only do I build those relationships with my students, but I make connections with their families. I take their thoughts and wants for their students into considerations because ultimately they're that child's first advocate. I, rep my, I represent my students and their families to my colleagues and continue to do what's best for them. I think a disposition that I need to work on is curiosity. If I could build this, it would allow me to improve my toolbox. I can acquire new and beneficial knowledge that will allow me to be a more effective educator. I want to continue pursuing my professional development, and through this, I would improve that curiosity disposition. As far as a professional educator, I think that a professional educator represents all of those dispositions in some way, shape, or form. A professional educator abides by high expectations for themselves and for their students. They show respect for the diversity of others by recognizing different backgrounds that students and families come from. A professional educator also exhibits fairness when providing learning opportunities and classroom management. A professional educator follows policies and laws mandated by district and state. A professional educator also reflects on their personal abilities. They make appropriate changes based on what they have learned and experienced. A professional educator demonstrates critical thinking and encourages positive experiences in the learning environment. They are honest and exhibit an open door policy with colleagues, students, and families. Compassion is shown to all students and serves as a model for students to follow. They show advocacy in the relationships that they maintain in the school and community. Lastly, a professional educator is dedicated to their profession. It can be noticed in the decisions that they make, their ability to engage in professional development, and model positivity and integrity to those that they have contact with. In conclusion, I hope to continue upholding these dispositions and recognize areas of growth within myself.